Challenger League up and down placements with color. Bottom right of the map, we have the Protoss player starting for CJ Entus.
CJ Entus Hero.
CJ Entus Hero, the Protoss player, going up against a Terran today. The second Terran that he faces, it is to the top left, the Prime player this time. It is
ByuN Prime.
And let's just recap the situation in the group for everyone who watches the VODs once again. Currently, we only know that Life is already out of the group. He is in the Challenger League. He didn't win a single map today. Life has played his last match too. He's currently on a 2-win, 2-losses score. But he still has a chance to advance to the Premier League. But this only happens if ByuN is now able to win this game that we have on screen right now. And then in the next match, Bang takes the map against Su. Then Life would advance. But we have now a really interesting situation, since this is the last map that ByuN has to play, and if he loses here, he is going to be out, since Hero and Su would both advance to the Premier League. If on the other hand ByuN wins this game, then he advances to the Premier League, but Hero is not out just yet. Hero could still advance today. So there's a lot more on the line for for ByuN than for Hero, but of course the Protoss player for CJ Entus, he wants to finish it right now.
And Su would also like him to finish it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what we have with builds so far is that ByuN is taking gas, so he's going to be aggressive on this long-distance map, and I like that because his strengths do not rely on him just taking a fast third and going for the late game that way. He's the aggressor. He needs to cripple his opponent first for him to have success. That's how he plays this matchup. So far, he's going to take the scouting approach first. Could just go into a reactor expand. At the very least, though, he will get really, really nice information about everything that Hero is doing, which is, of course, a double gas, going to be a mothership core expand here. Again, very late on the second gas, putting those probes in. There he goes.
No. Gets the scouting here. And you know what's actually going to happen as soon as we have, like, let's say ByuN actually takes this game here and advances, okay? As soon as it's pretty clear that this is going on, the first thing that's probably going to happen is that Life walks over to Bang and is like, okay, listen. You do this and this and this. You proxy again, but you proxy here, and you do it like this, and then you're going to win. He's going to teach him the secrets too.
He's probably talking to him right now. The mothership core on the way out here going to allow him to defend against any possible aggression, but ByuN is not doing the build where he goes for any drop play. He's just going to play straight up. What he does do, however, very ByuN style, is go for the fast +1. And this is going to give him an early upgrade lead. Can also help his marine pressure he goes for later on. It's becoming quite common in this matchup. We used to only see this build on maps like Icarus, but now it's used almost anywhere.
Oh, this is such a tense game. Hero and Su, they both would advance if Hero takes it here, and that's of course like what Hero is aiming for now. And ByuN was a little bit freaked out in the booth earlier. So let's just see if he if that shows, if he makes a few mistakes. Both of them are currently on 2 wins and 1 loss, as you can see on the overlay to the top. And here comes the Forge, of course, also for Hero. Wants to catch up in the upgrades. And this first engineering bay, as Wolf already said, it's just like one of these things that you have an adjustment by the Terran players, making sure that they don't fall behind too much in upgrades. With the Chrono Boost out, the Forge is just so effective, cranking those upgrades out. And here comes the armor upgrade already for Hero, whereas ByuN is a little bit reluctant to put his commands on low ground just yet.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the additional production.
I like Hero's position a lot because with Chrono Boost, he will be able to get ahead with the armor. In fact, I'd be really surprised if it doesn't finish before ByuN's attack. Beyond this, the Robo is late, but that's good for him because ByuN is not putting on any aggression. He's playing very defensively, even though, like you said, his commands are on the high ground. So he needs to move that down very soon, or Hero is going to take this lead that's insane because he's Chrono Boosting double probes. He's already 8 Harvesters up, and with the Mules not really being used on better saturation, ByuN can't even really rely on those either. He's adding a 3rd barracks, though. He's going to put some heavy aggression on with Stim and +1.
Yeah, the Stim is currently being researched, and the Reaper gets into the main end of the opponent and checks out everything. He sees the entire tech and gets away too. No way for the Stalker to chase him down here. Marines already walking across the map. The Mothership Core is actually very much out of position, and that starts to get a little bit iffy for Hero, because the problem here really being he needs no photon overcharge. He will have to abandon the main base for now. Sorry, the natural for now.
Yeah, the Observer is not going to help. And I don't even know where he thinks he's going with that Mothership Core. He might as well recall if he's going to fly that direction. Chasing a Reaper, pretty insignificant. He knows the Marines are coming. You already saw this. This is going to do so much damage to him right now.
Did he see?
He microed against them, but I don't know what he's thinking here.
I don't think he saw. He acts like he didn't see. Here come the force fields. Nice attack here with those probes. But 2 of the sentries already down. He's attacking the Stalker for some reason. That actually didn't do that.
Yeah, he killed like 2 probes and...
Yeah, he killed 3. And 1 sentry?
Yeah, that was actually...
That was nothing.
That was really bad. That was actually really bad.
I really thought he would tear that entire mineral line to shreds. But he maneuvered himself in an awkward position and then he started to attack the Stalker. I feel he should have just tried to take down as many SCVs as he possibly could.
Well, at least this Reaper can try for it. Gets 1. And may get a second one. Mothership Core says no. He didn't waste any photon overcharge energy because, and that's going to become important because +1 is done now and there's a second wave of Marines running into the natural.
There's actually even more than that. Trying to run in once again. A nice pull here again. Taking down the first one. Killing, of course, also some mining time off. Really aggressive performance that we see here. The bunker is good. And Hero didn't pay attention to that.
And his Stalkers could be intercepted on their way back.
Did he use the photon overcharge already?
No.
I don't think he did, right?
He didn't use it.
So he's probably going to try to bait that out. The first Colossus is now
actually he did. I'm mistaken. He did.
Okay. Yeah, the first Colossus is nearly out, so that should put an end to this. But actually, the Marines might be able to intercept the Stalkers here.
Yeah. Not quite. And this is actually really annoying for ByuN because he's going to eventually chase these Stalkers away, but he's losing a lot of hit points. Stim is done, so ByuN has to fight.
ByuN really wants those Stalkers, by the way. He's even sending his units now to the left side of the map. But he also... There's Stim. Okay, with the Stim, it's over.
Yeah, but that was actually an okay trade for Hero, considering he killed a lot of Marines on his way back, and he forced the Stim.
Talking about Marines, we have 16, and we have 4 Marauders, and the +1 armor upgrade is now halfway completed. But with the Colossus in the game, this aggression shouldn't do too much until you get like really close.
He's missing his combat shields too. He really needs to get those if he wants to do any more aggression. He's spending all his gas on upgrades, but I think the combat shields would be a nice one to have.
Gets those Viking as those medivacs in the game, and with the medivac now he can start to use his mobility and just go into the main maybe. He's trying to. He could actually drop up there, but there are already 2 Colossi.
Yeah, with no combat shields, he could try to force them down. You know, it could work. Does he have the courage? Oh, he's going to eat some shots here if he's not careful. Guardian Shield goes up. ByuN's too scared, but he takes the 3rd command center, and that's what he wants here. Does not want to trade like this, not with no combat shields.
2 Marines left behind, go down.
He still doesn't start combat shields, Calder. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. He starts +2.
Yeah, +2 attack instead.
And he could have started the armor upgrade as well, but okay, there they are. I was actually getting really worried about that. He also didn't have concussive shells.
Well, we have the 3rd command center now, and we still have a pretty decent army here for ByuN on the field. So if Hero for 1 second just doesn't pay attention to what's going on, then a lift in the main base could take down a lot for him. He has a couple of Stalkers set up, but the problem is with the extended thermal lance now done, it's really, really tricky for ByuN to actually engage this army. With 2 Colossi, it's very unlikely that's going to happen. A fail field here, not completing anything. It was just an attempt to catch something, but it was already too far ahead.
I'm really, really liking Hero's position right now. The upgrades he's continuing to get here. Blink is on the way. He's getting more Colossi. ByuN starts his upgrades for his Vikings, but he has a total of 0 on the map, and with only 5 medivacs, he's a little bit reluctant to start, but he's going to have to start soon. Hero's position with his Stalkers is beautiful because not only can he blink down to defend a direct ground attack, but he can just stay there and stop any dropships. ByuN has very little options to get something done here. Combat Shield's still not done for him, and he's taking a risk here engaging like that.
Yeah, he's trying to draw the force of his opponent out so that he can move in with the rest of his army, and actually that works.
It works. He goes for the Nexus here, and he may very well get it. The Stalkers could blink.
And yes, Nexus is down, but that's the blink, and 1 medivac gone. The second one dies. That was...
not worth it.
Yeah, not really. It was... Did he actually cancel?
He did cancel.
Yeah, then it was definitely not worth it. The mining time lost, of course, a little bit annoying, but now we have the counter-aggression. And how many Vikings are there? Not too many. The second starport has just now been started.
He's got 2, he will have 4. Another Marauder goes down here. He blinks, even forcing another Stim, turns around, and ByuN losing way too much here. Oh my god, Calder, I don't think he can hold this 3rd base. He's going to have to lift. There are 4 Colossi.
Well, he has a lot of Marauders. It's a really Marauder-heavy army, so maybe he's able to go through there, especially with the Vikings that he's now building, but he just doesn't have enough yet. The second starport is not done. Hero might not know that though.
Yeah, I don't think he does. That's why he's being a little bit hesitant right now.
But Hero is just setting himself up for a really great late game. Going into charge, plus 3 armor, the second forge is coming up.
Pulling a hero, you know, that's what he did in the last games against Bang, just continuing to blink like this, something he's quite good at.
Yeah, he snipes another medevac. Did he cancel his Templar Archive or did he just start a second one?
He started a second one, oops.
Yeah, so second Templar Archive coming up. Little bit of a mistake here.
You know, it's... Ah, there we go.
Okay, cancels it. Like when behind Dark Shrine, when very far behind double Dark Shrine, when very far ahead, go for the double.
Double Templar Archives?
Yeah.
Were they Kaider and Amulet? Or...
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if you make 2, it unlocks it.
Probably like 80% of the viewers don't even know what that is anymore.
Well, actually, I think you're probably right, which is really sad, but...
Whoever heard of the Kaider and Amulet?
Yeah, tweet at us.
Does that ring a bell?
Tweet at us if you heard about that. I want to see how many of you guys know. But the pylon over here is going to be really nice for run-bys later, which Hero has shown he's very, very good at. He's trying to catch some medevacs here. He forces a big stem. All these little stems. Oh, but this time he gets caught. This is the problem. You talked about this before.
He's caught between a rock and a hard place now, and that hurts a lot.
Bang did not actually get to do things like this. He never really caught the Stalkers, but this time ByuN does. And ByuN actually takes a big lead with this, but the Storm is almost ready.
Yeah, ByuN has a nice movement here on the map and a really nice grasp on this. His third base was, of course, earlier. The trade, we can still argue if that was really worth it, but he takes another Stalker out here. That's a lot of resources lost, and by now he has the Viking count to make this work.
Warp Prism going to the top right. No Dark Shrine yet from Hero in this game. His +3 armor is nearly complete, and that's going to help him out a lot once the storms start flying too.
Yeah, I mean, the weather report this morning for Star Station was actually a little bit frightening. It's storm season these days.
Exactly, almost as bad as it was yesterday in Seoul. 3-2 once that's done, plus all the production he has with those few gateways. ByuN is going to be on the run for a while, and Hero can actually start to make the fourth base. He can engage here. I think he has to now that the Vikings are there. The Stalker's out of position.
Good position for the Vikings. Yeah, actually getting another couple of hits in. The Bio is just kiting away, but those Vikings could start to do damage. Here comes the first storm, not accomplishing too much.
Yeah,
nice
he needs
movement
more.
so far by Hero.
He needs more storms. ByuN is picking away at some of these forces, but he continues the attack here.
Ah, that's a
And
warp
the Zealot
in with
warp
a warp
in.
prison.
The flank! Here we go! He needs those storms. The Stalkers blink in. ByuN's army very low in hit points. He has the bear
The
supply.
Vikings moving in right now. They have the numbers. They have the numbers.
EMP hits the
There are
Templar.
no storms.
He
no
hits the
storms.
Templar.
Not a single one. The
He recalls, but he misses half of his
Oh my
army.
God.
Oh no! Oh, what? He needs more Templar. He needs one more storm. If he has one more storm, he can kill everything. He needs to use the force shields. He has nothing here. He blinks again. Everything is dying.
To win this, he needs to use the force and not force fields. Oh my God, he's losing everything here. All of those stalkers are just going back. That is horrible right now. Suddenly, ByuN is ahead with 30 supply. He has 1,400 minerals. He needs gas.
Yeah, he needs gas, and he needs a fourth base. What an insane turn of events there. ByuN with the incredible micro. That one EMP.
Yeah, that EMP definitely won him that fight. But also the Vikings in a really good position there.
The whole time, yeah, always making sure his Vikings were ready. Hero doing what Hero does best. He's like a kangaroo with these blink stalkers, just constantly blinking back. This time doing 2 splits. I like that.
Catches the Observer as well, limiting the vision of Hero. Nice moves here by ByuN. Still in the lead in overall supply. And that pylon to the top is most likely going to be spotted if the reinforcements catch a whiff of those few zealots that are heading over again.
My concern for ByuN is can he hit the EMPs again? Because right now there's a ton of Templar, and a good storm goes down. So many of ByuN's units are low on hit points. They're not. None of them are full health essentially. He gets even another Viking here, and the run by, it's good. Well, he hasn't used it yet, but it's ready to be good.
Yeah, the run by is certainly ready. More stalkers are going down though. They are playing a very dangerous game here. The run by is moving in. We have more and more command centers coming up for ByuN. He really wants those extra mules that they can make up for all those SCVs that he's currently losing.
ByuN this is the bane of his existence, man. The Zealots coming through here, doing more damage to his SCVs, losing several of them. Worker count right now 71 to 66 in Hero's favor, so ByuN's SCV count still very good. Where are the storms here? They are the most crucial part of this next engagement. ByuN has to be very careful.
He just snipes and EMPs, and he's trying to go for it. Nice dodge on the storm here. Really well done. snipes the probe. No idea what that probe did
Yeah,
over
I
there.
don't know what was happening there. The Colossi snipe a Ghost. He storms his own army. That was a little bit strange, but he still has a lot of Templar at the back here.
But look at the hit points and the shields of all those units for the Protoss player. They are so low right now. This is such a clutch game. We have 200 supply for ByuN. He's trying to move in again. The Vikings are trying to take down all of those Colossi. The time warp is there, but is it good enough? I don't think so.
The Templar are not able to close the distance. One of them gets EMP'd. He has a few more storms left. The Archon's chasing the army back. A beautiful storm on the army. Another one goes down as well.
The storm hits home, and now suddenly ByuN is chased back home. The supply lead goes to the Protoss player, and we have another round of warp.
He wants to stop the planetary.
The planetary is not done just yet. The reinforcements moving in, but the Protoss tries to take down this fourth. He is already on 4 bases.
He's on the 4th base, and he's going to take out this planetary. If he targets another beautiful storm on ByuN's army, ByuN is falling apart. Counter, the base is down, and Hero, he may have done it.
Hero has taken it. GG! And game over.
What an
Sue
insane...
and Hero, they advance to the Premier League. ByuN, Live, and Bang, they are out. They go to the Challenger League next season. ByuN
Oh my God,
nearly
Keller.
did it, but in the end, Hero came through.
Insane control on some of these last fights. Oh my God. ByuN just getting hit by a few of those wrong storms, not dealing with the run bys, but Hero just playing like the better man today. And ByuN, it's so sad for him because he had such an early lead in this group, but it ends up being Hero and not him who advances. And ByuN's troubled times, they continue.
Yeah, they definitely do. He had a good chance there. He was ahead in supply. He had good upgrades, but it was just a little bit too much. He ran into those storms. They did way too much damage there, and the Terran army just crumbled.
Oh, what a rough way to lose there. Just really good storms at the end of the day. After that one engagement where ByuN forced the recall and Hero lost almost everything, I thought there might be no chance for him to win it, but he was patient. He defended. He kept making him more Templar. He got the shield upgrades out.
It was just storms against Ghost, and Hero won that battle. The first EMP was, of course, great, and that gave ByuN his lead that he had, but later on against most of those High Templars, he just didn't really know what to do. He always ran into the storm, and too many of those were spot on.
Well, that was a really exciting day of up and downs. Tell your friends about this one because it was fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. As you can see the results here, Hero and Sue advancing, ByuN and Life kind of tied for second there, and Bang being the sandbag there at 0-3.
Yeah, so really well done with this situation in the group. We can't have a tiebreaker anymore, and therefore Sue advances without having to play his last game against Bang. It doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, really well played. So we have both of those players advancing. This makes another Protoss and another Zerg going to the Premier League.
Yep, no Terrans. Oh, we already do have a lot of Terrans, of course, in there, but a pretty exciting day of matches. I enjoyed it, especially that final game was quite epic. And a good day for Kespa as well, with only the 2 Kespa players advancing.
A little bit sad for ByuN and also for Live, but especially given the performance in one of the earlier games today, I feel that definitely the right players advance. Keep in mind that we have another up and down group this week. It starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. That's a little bit later, of course, than today. We have Keen, Pig Baby, Avenge, Rune, and Leenock of all people.
Pig Baby, man, who knows what he's going to bring to the table. We've also, you've got Keen, Avenge. That's a sick group. A lot of Protosses. We're going to have some Protoss versus Protoss. Every matchup, though, is possible.
Yeah, that's going to be a really nice group, especially Leenock and Keen, 2 of the players that I'm looking forward to. Then you have Avenge and Rune, the 2 talents for Startail and LGIM.
I feel like Avenge probably a little bit upset there's only 1 Terran for him in that group.
Yeah, he has a sick Protoss versus Terran, so he would probably love to just get a couple of additional Terran opponents, yeah.
His PvP is not too bad either, though.
Yeah, definitely. He showed that several times. He showed that also in, when was the last time we had a group situation for him? I don't even know when it was.
So many. I think it might have been playing against Hero or something. I can't remember, but it was a while back.
Yeah, Avenge is one of the best players that is currently on the starter roster, well, from the talents that is. So he's probably the best Protoss that they currently have, and he really made a name for himself in the last season of the Challenger League. But as it is, we are done for the day. Tomorrow we'll be back at 6 p.m. KST. Keep that in mind, 5 hours later than today's match has started. So we're going to see you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.